Hi, this is Robert Plank, and I want to talk to you in a second about how to make $100 per hour on Fiverr. Actually, $100 per hour if you're one of the cheap people, if you're one of the low-end people like me, if you do different languages, different voices, different accents, if you have really good equipment, a really quiet room, if you provide lots of extra fun goodies, multiple takes, live direction, you can provide even higher rates. But let's just keep things simple and talk about $100 per hour on Fiverr. Give me just a quick second though. I'm finishing up a $100 or a $95 Fiverr order, and I'm doing it so that you can see the ins and outs, see the nitty gritty, see how it's done. So I have this script in front of me, and we're reading this 1,800 word script, which is about, I don't know, 12 minutes or so, and we're on this last paragraph here. And the key here and what you see is speed. The key here is doing things in one single take, and not spending a lot of time with back and forth or with multiple takes, just getting it out the door quickly. And let me just finish narrating this final paragraph here. One second, I'll get it set up. I'm using a program here called Audacity, using a Samsung C01U microphone. I bought a quickie $50 stand on Amazon that screws onto the desk, and then that's it. And also, one thing I'm going to want to mention in a second here is one of the best purchases I've made all month is this quiet mouse, because I can click and it doesn't get picked up in the recording. So nice, and we'll mention that in a second. But let me just finish up this paragraph here I was doing. So I'll click, I'll hit the R key to record in Audacity, and I'll read this final sentence here. That concludes our video of dangerous submarines. Let us know which one you thought was the best in the comments. And if you liked the video, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be the first to know when a new video arrives. Thanks for watching. Alright, so a little bit of context here. Here's what happened. I'm set up on this site called Fiverr. You should be too. Our course for that is vosuccessformula.com. We have the sales that came in. I've done 2,800 sales, and we have this $95 order that came in, and my rates are super duper low. I provide $5 for 500 words, which is about 3 minutes of narration, which is about a penny per word, to make the math simple for myself. The math is simple for myself because I say 9,400 words is $95, and I speak at about 150 words, and an hour is about 9,000 words, so we're talking about an hour-ish for $95, not including sometimes we charge for commercial rates, sometimes we charge for high quality WAV file version, sometimes we charge for file split and video sync, if you know what any of those things are. So we have 9,400 words, $95, and what happens is, you saw that screen where you can see the orders. An order comes in, you get an email, you get a pop-up on your phone, and then you go and you see here, they provide the requirements. Well, and sometimes it appears right in here. In this case, he messaged me, and he gave me these 5 Word documents. And so then I saved those Word documents onto my desktop in a folder with today's date. And then as I recorded each one, I went to Audacity here. I said tracks, add new stereo track. I went and named the track. I just, the name of the file, I just right-clicked this Deadliest Submarines here, went to rename, right-clicked, went to copy, that copies the file name, and then I put it over here in the track name, and that way I knew that when it saved all the files, it would save them matched up to those documents I had, and made sure to click on this solo button. That way it just records this one track at a time. Hit the home key, that way it records at the beginning of the track, and then hit the R key or the record, and then just like this, talk into the microphone and record this track. I did this for all 5 of these tracks here. So we have 5 recordings, 5 audio tracks, and then we can see how long these are. So we had like a 10.5-minute track, an 11-minute track. So when I say $100 per hour on Fiverr, you can space this out as much as you want. You can spend just 1 hour in the morning, which again, in vosuccessformula.com, this is what we recommend you do. We recommend you maybe wake up a little bit early and then record just 1 hour in the morning and then go about your day. go to your 9 to 5. If you're retired, if you're of that age, that's great too. If you have your own online business, this is a little bit of spending money that you can use to pay for your team, right? And so what we do is just record those one after another, and you can see that so here's one of the scripts that I record, and this particular person is a YouTuber, and I'm telling you that the key here with Fiverr is repeat clients and getting these big orders, because a lot of people make fun of Fiverr, right? They say that, oh, Fiverr is a place where you only get paid $5, and after they take their 20% fee, then you only get $4, and then you have to do all this back and forth and record and save and process and deliver. Yes, but if you get paid again and again, if you get these repeat clients, if you get these big orders, if you get these $100 or $300 or $500 orders, then you can get yourself established, get yourself a few orders, get yourself as busy as you want to get, and then once you're so busy, increase your rates, double your rates. That way you get half the work and repeat the process. That way, ideally, you're building up towards price resistance. What I wanted to show you here was repeat clients. And so my best client has paid me $3,700. And then just eyeballing this, it looks like we have two $3,000 ballpark clients, and then maybe 3 or 4 $1,500 clients, and then maybe let's say 4 or so $700 clients. And it's just about those repeat relationships. And now what we'll do here to deliver this order is we'll click on solo to select just this track. Click on solo again, that way we're selecting everything. Do a Control A, that we're really selecting everything. And then we will do a file, export, multiple. And then this way, even if we get some kind of order that had like 20 tracks, it will just export them all in one spot. It's a little laggy because I'm recording and my webcam and processing some audio files, so we'll see how this cooperates. And then we'll save this into the right folder. So we'll save this under today's date. And then right here, we're saving the raw WAV files, and then we'll process these into WAV and MP3 format and then deliver this Fiverr order. And again, just imagine you getting a pile of scripts in the morning and then reading them and doing them as close to as one take as possible, knocking them out, processing them, turning them in. And as this is processing, what I want to show you here is the best purchase I've made lately, and this isn't even an affiliate link, is a $22 mouse. It's what I'm holding in my hand right here. And what's amazing about it is you can just click and it doesn't pick up unless you really jam it, but it doesn't pick up the click in the recording. And this is wonderful if you're even doing like webinars, podcasting, you don't hear that click anymore. And it's called a JNL101K silent mouse. And I hate wireless mice. They always seem a little bit laggy to me. So this is wired. This is has a laser on it, not a ball, not like in the 1990s. But best of all, you click. It doesn't make any noise. Great for voiceover. Great for whatever that you're doing. And so while this is, so now the WAV files are all done. What we'll do is we'll close the recording that we had just recorded and saved, and then we go once. Oh, this is super laggy with me recording. We'll go to Tools, Macros, and then I have this Fiverr macro. And if you, I'm not going to make this into an Audacity tutorial, but I'm basically just running what's called noise reduction, increasing gain, and then just saving it as WAV, saving it as MP3. And so Audacity lets you just click a button and select a bunch of files, and it just like processes them all out. So we're going to say I'm going to run the Fiverr macro on these files that I had just saved, and we'll go and we'll find sort by the date to see these 5 files that I was just paid $95 to narrate, and then we'll just let it process and let it do its thing. And while it's doing that, now I'm genuinely curious how long those recordings were, because usually, as I said, my speaking rate is 150 words per minute, which is 9,000 words per hour. The $95 order was for 9,500 words, so it should be just about $100 an hour. But we can highlight these, right click, go to properties and details, and just about right on the nose, 59 minutes. So just about $100 per hour Fiverr gig order. I guess I should call it an order, not a gig, because a gig is the service that you provide. So for 1 hour of narration, and there was only minor edits as I went along, we made $100. And if you're curious how that relates to the monthly income, I'll be transparent with those numbers as well. So we're about 2/3 of the way through October right now. We're just about broke the $1,000 mark. We'll pass it once I turn in this order, but we see that a typical month is 900, 600, 1,200. So it does go up and down, but I mean, we can guarantee an extra $1,000 boost, which I'll be completely 100% honest. I do this for fun. I do this as a hobby. I do this as a way to show that it can be done. And you know, sometimes when the Fiverring and the voiceovering becomes too much, too boring, gets in the way of actual money making stuff, I will pause the gig and then come back to it later on and unpause when I want to play around and try new things and make some more money. So you don't have to be a slave to Fiverr, and we 100% recommend that you only do this maximum 1 hour a day. Now, would you spend 1 hour in the morning to make an extra $1,000 or $2,000 if you had the double the rates of me? I think so. Would you be happy with an hour a day, 1 hour for $100 for Fivering and for voiceovering? I think so. And so we'll check on our processing. So we can see here that we're on processing number 3 of 5. So this doesn't take very long at all. And then Audacity puts these output files here in this macro output, and I have some files I processed and turned in earlier, so this wasn't my only voiceover order today, but I'll highlight and delete the other things that are not done. And also, since we're talking about, my Fiverr is 500 words for $5, and then my wife has a way higher rate than me. She's 200 words for $5, and then I even provide a podcast show note taking service, which the order comes in, I outsource it, have someone else do it, I clean it up. That's an option for you as well. And what we're going to do is when we're almost done, we're at 4 out of 5. Once these are done, we will zip them up. And I think this is too big to deliver via Fiverr system, so I'll show that as well. This order came in, and you can communicate this way and say, hey, I have a question, or hey, I'm working on the order. When it's done, you can click deliver now. If there's a problem, there's this visit the resolution center button where you can ask to cancel the order or ask for more time. And there's even this offer more extras. So say someone didn't upgrade to commercial rights, which like I let it slide if they don't. Or let's say that something that is common sometimes is if someone orders but their script has more words than they paid for, and you can say something like, I will read the rest of your script, and if by your calculations it's an extra $50 and it'll take you an extra 1 day, then you can just basically hold up the order until they choose to take you up on that extra purchase. But we don't need to do any of that. Everything went smoothly. This person is a repeat client, which makes it easy. We don't have to market ourselves. We just go, see the order, do the work, collect the money. And right, I guess what we'll do is, now that it's done processing, we'll look at what we created. So this is 700 megabytes. And then I guess I'll show how I do this. So we're zipping up the voiceover order that we just made here, and we'll try to make this zip along. All right, now that's been zipped up, we'll right click, we'll rename, and then we'll put the Fiverr buyer's username plus today's date. It's 500 megabytes, and so there's 2 ways to deliver a Fiverr order. You should be able to just click on deliver your order, click on upload work, and then browse for that zip file. It takes longer to browse for things, and then upload this. And then, so this is the kind of thing where we can move off to other stuff and open up a new tab or go to the bathroom, and then just click here's your delivery. And as soon as that upload is done, then we'll click on deliver order. Now, sometimes the file is huge, and usually this works, but this is still a huge file, 500 megabyte file. Sometimes what we can do is we can go to a site called Google Drive where we basically host files in the cloud. We can click on New File Upload, and then we can browse for this huge zip file and then wait a few minutes for it to upload. When it's done, you can right click, get shareable link. It copies to the clipboard, and then you can right click and paste in that Google Drive link. But I think that this upload will work. So again, it's about, what would you say? About a third of the way through after 30 seconds. So give this about a minute to see if this just uploads directly in Fiverr's system. And as this continues its final upload, I want to share with you one final timely news article, because this whole freelancing gig economy thing is the future. People moving forward in future times won't do traditional careers. They won't do 9-to-5 jobs. They will be using the internet to make money. That way they can live anywhere, work their own hours, develop their own skills. So this is a very recent news item where a Twitter god posted, "For $5, I will write yikes under one of your ex's selfies." This person posted it as a joke, and then what happened was this 32-year-old songwriter from one single tweet got 177,000 likes and 34,000 comments, and then this person used Venmo, where people just privately messaged. They said, "Here's the Venmo link, pay me $5, I'll add your ex to Facebook, and then I'll comment yikes under their selfie." So this is the idea here, is you find work that you can do that is pretty brainless, that's repeatable, where you can just crank it out, you don't have to think, you get paid a little bit of money, but it only takes you a little bit of time. That way, if you get a huge order or lots of little orders, it can just be a block of time in the morning, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and then just get it done, read the words without thinking about it, post the yikes on whoever's Facebook, and just get paid to click a button or perform a simple skill that you can do easily, but some other people cannot do easily. And once again, as this upload is just about finishing, our course for how to make money voiceovering on Fiverr and getting paid for it is vosuccessformula.com. All right, looks like everything went off without a hitch. We uploaded this right there in Fiverr system, even though it was a huge 1 hour long narration in 5 files in WAV and MP3 format. We were paid $100 to just speak for an hour. We split it up in little bits so that way we can take breaks or just do it all at once, whatever. It's all there. Click on deliver work, and then Fiverr takes their cut. You wait until the buyer approves the order. You wait 2 weeks for it to be in a holding period, and then there's a rating system, and there's this convenient way for these repeat buyers that you're building these relationships with to come back and order from you again and again. So to make sure that you have the things that you want and you need to have yet one more stream of income on the internet, because Fiverr doesn't have to be your own stream of income, but if you've heard about it and ridiculed, made fun of it, then maybe give Fiverr a second look, because it's not just for $5 orders, and you can potentially make a lot more money than you previously thought voiceovering on Fiverr, and the place for that is vosuccessformula.com. I'm Robert Plank. We'll see you there. Thank you and bye now.